All right, back at you with another quick hit. This lesson, I was going to do this first, but you know what? I did say I was going to do that World War III lesson. We already done that. So this is what I want to speak on. As we get closer to the end, you're going to notice more people that you're around. And my experience today was one head of an experience. Every day is an experience. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I don't like to give too much away. Right? But this one individual came up to me. He was like, oh, well, I already know what the deal is, because you know when you come to this trip, we told you about the targeting, the gang stalking program. And when individuals come up to you, what do they want? What is it they want? It's energy, right? It's energy that they want, right? They want your life force, they want energy. And the individual said to me, are you all right? I said, yeah, are you all right? Are you all right? That's what he said, right? Why did he say that? And I said, yeah. And when he said, you need to smile, I said, I am smiling. I said, I'm happy most of the time. I said that. I said, I'm happy most of the time. Okay? So again, and I said, yeah, I just said, you know what? It's just people. When they want to come around you, they want to try to take away that happiness. Right? And he was saying something like, well, yeah, you know what? You're right. And I said, you know what? The light, it attracts all types. The light attracts all types, right? It attracts all types of flies, right? So when you teach this word, you're going to attract all, even the bads. The reason, and don't take it too personally, there's different, I always say different reasons. But even those that don't want to come to the light, they're still forced to come around the light, because the light is a guide. And remember, there's a life force with this truth. So you're going to be followed, right? You are going to be followed. That's just the way it is. And guess what? I want to say this as well. Just get used to it. Get used to it. Alright? It's a part of this truth. Alright? So, and you know what? I'm thinking about watching that film again. I want to watch it again, Today They Live. I can't get enough of that film, because that's so true. Right? There's zombies everywhere. Right? There's zombies everywhere, and I don't want to get infected, right? And it's like that zombie film. They come after you. It's like, what do you want, right? But they're dead. Remember, they're looking to contaminate you, right? With their darkness. Let's go to Isaiah 60. Arise and shine, for the light is come. So come on now, right? Arise and shine. Get up, right? For the light is come. Who's that light? Yahweh Shai. And the glory of the Lord Yahweh Shai is risen upon thee. It's risen upon you. So what do we do with this? Hide it. And guess what? You can't be useless if you have this light. Here it is, Yahweh Shai said, feed my sheep. Be diligent. Well, how the fuck are you useless if you're diligent? How are you useless? Well, yeah, maybe to this world. Yeah, of course. But not if you have this truth. Really, I didn't even want to mention that, because now people are going to say, oh, see. He's clocked on now. Of course I've clocked on. But that's just demons. The devil's going to tell you that. Oh, you ain't shit. No, bro. And yet, I do understand. I do understand what they're trying to say, because you know what? Even certain family members have told me, well, how comes you don't put that same effort that you put into the truth into the world? I understand why certain family members say that, because we're not supposed to. The scriptures, love not the world. So I do understand where people are coming from when they talk shit. But the main thing is, we're supposed to be fully committed to this truth. This is what I put all my time in, because I know this is profitable. Right? Don't you understand that? A man cannot be useless, but he's diligent about the Lord's business. Don't you know about my father's business? Yahushua told his father and mother that. He was a carpenter. He put all that rubbish aside. Peter was a fisherman. That's a lucrative trade. Peter put all of that aside to serve Yahushua. People want to talk all smack. And the scripture says, you're going to, for every idle word I shall give an account anyway. Right? But I don't let that get to me. That's just the devil trying to put doubt into your head. Don't fall for that rubbish. Alright? Anyways, let's go back to Isaiah. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. And that's what's happening. Right? Darkness is covering the earth. And soon they're going to have to shut their mouths. Very, very soon, they're going to have to shut up. Right? Because they're going to get proven wrong. Not by me, by Yahweh Shai. Alright? For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Soon they're going to get bored. They're going to get tired of what they're doing. And they're just going to have to be quiet. Right? For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Right? So that darkness, it has covered the earth. Like the individual was saying, I was just letting him know, no. I have the light, I'm happy. But there's people that want to come around and try to dim that light. Come around you. And like energy vampires. Right? That's why they come. And the individual, he was letting me know, because first he was standing next to me, then he sat down. And I looked him in his eye. Because we're not scared of demons around here. Right? The scriptures are giving us what? Authority. Okay? So basically, that's what... Don't always see it as a bad thing. Some may say, "I want to know. Well, is this a government thing?" Well, no. Some of it is energy. Because vampires, they need some form of energy. Remember, these are spiritually dead people we're dealing with. Not to be horrible, but I've got to say, these are spiritually dead people. Check out that film, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. Check out them films, right? These are people, they were alive, but they were spiritually dead. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Right? This would happen. His glory was going to be seen upon thee. Right? But darkness is upon the people. So if darkness is upon the people, what do you think is going to happen? If you have 10 or 15, 20 people, they're all surrounded in darkness, but they're trying to surround you. That's going to rub off on you. But that's why we have the scriptures. Because the light outshines darkness. I don't care how much of you there is. The light always outshines the darkness. It passes right through. Again, I tell you today, yep, there was many witches that were sent for me. I'm starting to clock on now. Flipping now. Oh, they've moved in like about 50, probably 100 witches where my father lives. They've moved in about 100 witches. Right? Juju men, all that. For what? For one individual. Flip it now. I must have one hell of a light on me. Right? I'm getting that special treatment. Okay, all of that. When I go out in public, the witches are there. Right? They can't look me in the eyes. They have to close their eyes. They watch your videos. Right? They try to put enchantments upon your... Bro, it's not going to work unless Yahweh Shai allows it to. That's why we have to be girded in this truth. Right? That's why we have to be girded. Okay? I'm getting it's the whole lot. I'm getting the whole lot. Right? The military. Right? As I say that, what do we have? I'm getting special, the military, contractors, witches, neighbors. Today it was also magical. What's it? What I call it? It was magical cars today. The cars are moving around. Bro, it ain't working. You're only deceiving yourself. Right? I keep saying this is how powerful some of you brothers are. Right? You need to do all that to one individual. Sometimes we don't realize what power we possess. Let the scriptures come out. I'm talking too much. And darkness shall cover the people. Gross darkness shall cover the earth and the people. So people they're covered in it. Covered. They have a veil of darkness upon them. That's why when you come around, they want to. It's weird. It's kind of like a hate and love relationship. They hate you, but they love you at the same time. Right? They need that light. Right? And that's what this is what these people they need, that light. Right? They need a life source. Especially if you sold your soul, that means you don't have life. So they need a life source, and they see you with the light and the life source, so they come to you. Okay? And it says, and gross darkness to people. Now, why has gross darkness cover the people? Ephesians. Why has it covered the people? I'm telling you, they're using the whole nine on me. I'm telling you, the whole lot. The planes, the cars, the witches, honey pots, the the laughing, what else? They're using the whole night, the birds, the marine spirit. I'm telling you, the whole kingdom of darkness is coming up against me, and the only how I'm able to stand is by Yahweh. This ain't by my own might. This ain't by my own might, right? I'm getting the whole nine, right? Isaiah 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the power of and rulers of darkness. So this lets us know there's rulers of darkness of this world, this current world. They rule over darkness. So if these are rulers of darkness, what does darkness represent? Negativity also represents darkness. So for this realm to keep going, there needs to be an element of negativity. See, I've just learned a new thing from these scriptures. You learn something new every day. There needs to be an element of negativity. See, this is how the matrix runs. And don't take it too personal. This is why they need the noise campaigns. I call it noise pollution. Right? This is why they need all the vehicles. Oh, please, we're going to need all these vehicles to go this way. These are military tactics as well. But really, where's it coming from? It's coming from Satan, then on down to the elites, then on down to the hierarchy, military, then on down, right? Okay. So it says, Ephesians, rulers of darkness. So if it's rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places, the rulers, they operate in darkness. They get their power from the left-hand side through darkness. So, all right, you're teaching the words. They can't just have you walking through. Oh, I'm teaching the gospel today. Yeah, well, that's good. So remember, we're passing through that darkness. So as we're passing through that darkness, he has, what's the word? Gatekeepers that have to keep that negativity and that negative vibration going. So it's a battle between light and dark. It's a battle, right? And both of them can't coexist. One's going to overtake the other. So that's another form of the gang stalking. All right, send them out now. Send the army out. And that's why that happens, to keep you in a negative spirit. And that's why the individual said to me, he basically hinted to me, yeah, you're right, smile. No, I don't need to. If I want to walk out with a grumpy face, I'll walk out with a grumpy face. You could have a poker face and still be happy inside. But it's about negativity, feeding off that, right? Feeding off it. A lot of witches, what do they feed, right? Of trauma, of degradation, right? Even the witches, trauma, degradation, right? All them things. It's a dark world we're living in. Okay? It's a real dark, but Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai is coming back to deliver his elect. So we've established that. Now I want to go to Psalms 82. Because it's like these people are like zombies. They're like zombies, man. Okay? Go to Psalms 82. This is Psalms 82 and 5. They know not, neither will they understand. Right? It says they know not, neither will they understand. Okay? So they don't, what don't they know? Yahweh Shai. So if they don't know Yahweh Shai, how do you expect them to understand the truth? They walk on in darkness. They're just walking on. Right? Instead of saying, you know what, I want to know what you're speaking about. I'm interested. They walk on because the Heavenly Father has them walking on. It's really nothing to do with us. Okay? All the foundations of the earth are out of course. That means out of whack. It's not, things are not running how they're supposed to be, because that's how Esau wants stuff. Esau creates order, out of chaos. The government agencies, they need disorder. So they need to create disorder within communities so they can get their funding. Because if they don't do that, they don't get their funding, right? To create that so-called order. Okay? So they need disorder, right? They need rubbish everywhere. They need rubbish all on the floors so they can hire someone to clean it up, right? They need all these things, right? They need to mash up the roads so they can hire people to fix the roads when the roads don't even need fixing. How many times I say, oh, well, for fix it, the roads don't even need fixing unless it's snowing. Because when it does snow, the snow does eat up the floor, right? That's the only time. So really, they're wasting taxpayers' money. That's what they're doing, right? But it's all illegal, it's all fraudulent. But these agencies need to do that, right? They need to do it. Have disorder, order out of chaos. So that's why this world is what? Out of what? Course. And the people walking in what? Darkness. Right? And it's something I want to go to in Psalms 24. Come on now. This is Psalms 23. Oh, this is one of my favorite prayers. The Lord Yahushua is my shepherd. He is my shepherd. He's the one that looks after me. I shall not want. We're not going to be wanting, covetous. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Right? This is pastures right here, but the pastures is this word. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Right? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Check this out now. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. The valley. Valley is a low land. Shadow. What does a shadow do? A shadow follows you. A shadow follows you. So your local, your gang stalkers, right out that shadow of death following you, the light. Right? I will fear no evil. You're not supposed to fear them. Oh, and I'll let you know this now. Please don't do that. The moment you show fear, they feed on that. They feed on that. They can smell it. So don't do that. Right? I will fear no evil. Because who controls evil? Yahushua. Thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares the table for me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. So our enemies, they have to see what we're doing, but they're outside of what us eating. They're on the outside. But they have to watch from the outside, looking in. Us eating this beautiful meal, these scriptures. Why they look, why they gang stalk. They have to watch you, but what are you going to say? And I hate mentioning topics of gang stalking, but what do you have to say? Oh, well, to your handler, oh, well, what did you find today? Because they have to report back. Well, what did you find today? What was he doing? He was just, he cracked the eggs and, he put it into a saucepan and, he boiled it and, he just put on his jeans and, oh, what did he do the next day? All right, well, another report, your handler, oh, what's he doing? He just got out of the shower. He was just itching his head. Oh, that's pretty much it. So it's these people that it's terrible, the lives they have to live. But this is what happens when you sell your soul, and when you have to compromise yourself. Now, do we still have to catch? Oh yeah, we're catching a lot of hell from the world. But there's a freeness that we have that really they envy, because they have to follow you. Oh, what's he doing today? Oh, well, he's just riding his bicycle. He done another lesson. He's just in the gym. He's useless. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, bro, the son of it, bro. You have to do better than that. You have to do better than that. All right. Come on. But what much can they say? It's like the same thing. and that's why sometimes they get pissed off as well when you there's different tactics. Sometimes they get pissed off if you stay in one place for too long, because then they haven't got much to report on. And it's got to the point where they have to put cameras in your house and devices. They're getting desperate, really desperate, because it is part sabotaging as well. Gangster is part sabotaging. I didn't want to get into this lesson, but I had to. But these are like zombies. Lord willing, if this word resonates with you, Lord willing, some of you repent from what you're doing. Repent from that, because it ain't wise, and you're looking silly, looking real silly, right? Playing musical chairs. I wonder what car's going to be outside here today. What car is it going to be? Is it going to be a white BMW? Huh? And it's all tinted out cars, right? It's a lot of it's masonry. The white and black cars, it represents masonry. The white and black checkerboard. I understand all that rubbish, all right? I understand all that. The different colors represent different lodges, color code lodges, all right? That's what it represents. Right, but you need to snap back to it, because that's not reality to me, right? That's what they're doing, right? It's foolishness. Hey, a nice dog here. Hey, that's a nice dog. Maybe just a minute. So we're on Psalms 23. You prepare to table before me in presence of my enemies. Yeah, stop this rubbish. That's some zombified stuff. And you look at most of these people in their eyes. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. All right. I think the dog's looking for their owner. So we went to that. I want to go to Ezekiel as well. Go to Ezekiel. And what? It's an honor. It's an honor. Yahweh, hey, please, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai. Please, Baba Kasha. Keep me in this truth. Keep me abounding, and forgive me for my sins as well, and my shortcomings and the things I don't see within myself. Please help me work on that, because a lot of the attacks come as well from the left-hand side when we don't pay attention. And I'm gonna be completely honest. But like, I don't want to say too much, but do I have my lazy moments when I can get up off my arse and move? Yeah. But I was a couple months ago, falling into deep depression. Right? But I can't look back now, and that's when them demons really started to attack, and then fair demons started to come. Right? So we got to be on our A game, because Satan ain't taking any breaks, man. He ain't taking any breaks. I'm telling you. Right? You got these gang stalkers posted up day and night. You got these witches trying to put hexes upon you, right? Like 50 Cent said, the bitch tried to put a hex on me. Right? And this is what's going on. People are trying to speak evil upon you, right? We must pray. All right. And what's the thing with all black as well? A lot of people, they're all wearing all black, right? Anyway, let's go to Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 37, and the hand of the Lord Yahweh was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. Right? Bones. When you think of bones, what do you represent? And guess what? One of the Masonic lodges are known as Skull and Bones, which George Bush, he was a part of that order, the Skull and Bones. Right? But what does Skull and Bones represent? It doesn't represent immortality. It represents mortality. It represents death. It doesn't represent life. And when you look at them Skull and Bones, it's also associated with poison, right? Caution, right? But it was carried me out and set me in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, right? It was full of bones. Okay. So that valley was America, which is that low land. That's that valley, right? The valley is America. That's that low land. And caused me to pass them round about. Okay? And behold, there were many in the open valley. So this was like a time travel. right? This was like a time travel. Passed me to look around the valley, lowland America, and Ezekiel was able to see what state our people were in. Okay? I know they were very dry. And the scripture says they were very dry. Okay? And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? Can they live? Can they survive? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Yahushua. So this is what was asked to Ezekiel. Can these bones can they survive? And the bones represent the children of Israel. Without this truth, that's why they live. What do you see in they live? What does he see when he puts on them glasses? He sees beyond the flesh. He sees the bones. This is what I see. And if you tell that to your doctor, they're gonna have you look. Don't you can't tell that to any doctor. You can't. The only people you can the only people that you can tell this to are those that are in the truth. They're the only ones, right? But this is what we see. Right? This is what we see. I know they were very dry. Without this truth, you're dry. You're dehydrated. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? So can they? Can these bones live? And it says, and I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. And again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the words of the Lord. So the dry bones are representing the 12 tribes of Israel. They're the dry bones, right? But how do we breathe life into these dry bones? Through the words. So by teaching this word, our people are resurrected through this word. So we're giving our people life with these words. We're resurrecting them, okay? Through these dry bones. And it says, power thou knowest. And he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones. Say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahushua. Thus saith the Lord power, right? Unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Prophesy upon these bones, and ye shall live. So how are we going to live? Through these words, right? Through these words, this is how we live, right? Through prophesy. And I will lay sinews upon you, and I will bring flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and you shall live, and you shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh or Yahushua. So that breath will be put in us. What's the breath? The laws, the statutes, the commandments, and the wisdom. Okay? So as I prophesied, I was commanded, and so I prophesied. There was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. So this is what happens when our people wake up to this truth, right? Their bones come together. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them, right? There was no breath in them. And the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. So what this is goes as far as are people that wake up and just say, yeah, you know I'm an Israelite. Yeah, what? I know that, but there's more depths to it, right? There's more depths to it than just knowing that you're an Israelite. And the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. So what was the breath? The true understanding. There's just some people that come into this, they just know they're Israelites. Then said he unto me, prophesy, right? Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, son, say to the wind, thus saith the Lord, power, come from the four winds. Oh, breathe upon these slain that they may live. Key thing. Breathe upon these slain, right? Breathe upon these slain, right? So while we're teaching, what happens? This word, the breath, it gets breath breathed upon them, just like Yahushua breathed upon his apostles and they received the Holy Spirit. Okay? Straight away. Okay? And it says, Baba Kashar, So as I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, they lived and stood up on their feet, exceeding great army. So is it a great army? This is a great army. Even though you have Israelites teaching different things, it's still a great army. You have Israelites all across the world teaching, right? But what does this also show us? That a lot of them are still spiritually dead, right? Oh, they know they're Israelites, but still a lot of them are spiritually dead. Let's go to Thessalonians and we shut off. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and go to verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, right? So we can see that the day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of the light. I'll keep and say it. What the real Illuminati. What the real enlightened ones. And the children of the day. We are not of night, nor darkness. So we're not of the night, right? Nor darkness, right? Alright, hold on just a minute. Yeah, I believe it's and it's Lord willing, you know what? Where's that flashing? Is that a chariot? Yeah, it is a chariot. Bro, we got a chariot in view. I think it's a couple of them. Yes. Oh, it's a couple. It's a couple of them as well. Hey, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai. Don't tell me that ain't no drone, right? That is a chariot. I think there's two. One of them is flashing, yep. One of them is flashing. The other one ain't flashing. Hey, Tawadi Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Kal, Halal, Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, right in view of me as well. Right? Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because sometimes, guess what we need? We need them faith boosters. Because sometimes we can be feeling down. Then Yahweh Shai shows that. Yeah. Hey, and what was I saying as well? It would be nice to see a chariot today. That's a chariot. Right? Aye. And see, that's spiritual. That's why if you're supposed to be out here, you're going to be out here to see it. We can't force the spirit. Okay, we cannot force the spirit. Okay, is it still? Yeah, it's still there. Hey, Tawadi Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. It's still there. Right? Alright, this is heavy. Excuse me just a minute. And it says Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, there's two of them. There's two of them. And it's moving real slow. Right? And it says Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. 5. You are the children of the light, the children of the day. We are not of the night nor darkness. Come on now. We are not of the night nor darkness. Right? A lot of Masons, they do things with a hidden hand. They attack, then they hide their hand. Right? And when you approach them, they act like they never done it. That's their hidden hand. We don't do that. We proclaim this light out in the open. Right? You claim to have all this light, right? Well, declare your light. Okay? And it says, Baba Kasha, we are not of the night nor darkness. See, the gang stalkers, the zombies, they're of night and darkness. Right? That's where they're falling, they're stumbling. Right? They don't know if they're coming or going. Okay? And it says, Baba Kasha, therefore let us not sleep as do others, because others are sleeping. Right? But let us watch and be sober. And it says, as do others. So who are the others that are sleeping? What is it? Let me check. No, we're still at noon. It's evening when the sun goes down. That's when it's evening. And that's the new day. That's the beginning of the new day. So about 7 or 8. That's the new day. But it's noon and people are supposed to be up, but it's like they're sleeping. So most of the people that are walking past you, they're still asleep. right? They're still asleep. For they that sleep in the night, they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But hold on, it's daytime, but it's like these people are drunk and asleep. So you're staggering. When you're drunken, you're staggering. You can't see where you're going, right? But we're trying to show you. But these people, they're drunk. Get off me. Leave me alone. That's how they're acting. Verse 7, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Right? But let us who have the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith. Come on now. This is the breastplate of faith. Putting it on. So faith is a breastplate. Without that faith, you're going to get devoured by these zombies, man. Right? Because they're coming after you. Basically, that's what that's what he was saying. That's basically what he was saying. Look, we're following you because you have the light. Right? You attract all types. I don't know what it is about the negative energy. Right? But more time, you're supposed to be attracting the good. But you're going to attract both types, man, within this truth. So zombies are going to come after you. Like, sounding like Master P. That's how they're going to be. They're gonna come after you because you have the light. So if you have the light, guess what? You stand out, right? And nobody wants to stand out, right? And I'm saying, I can tell another thing I want to say. This so-called targeting, a lot of it's military. It's military. I can tell someone that's in the military, their walk, their stance, right? Or I can tell someone who's in the military or works security. I can tell straight away, right? I can tell. But anyway, let's continue. All right. But let us who have the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith, of love, and for a helmet and the hope of salvation. Right. So let's continue to put on this breastplate. Come on now, of faith and love. Right. So let's continue to do that. Alright? Alright, it's not far off now. A few more prophecies and that's it. We just have to endure. But them demonic attacks, they're ramping up. Let me tell you, them demonic attacks, they're ramping up. Right? So let's just endure. Okay? Right? A lot of there's a lot of Irish out here today. A lot of the Irish are out here today as well. Right? I know Irish are very territorial. I've noticed that they're very very territorial. I noticed that. Anyways, spare me just a minute. Put it on the breastplate of faith and love, for an helmet and hope of salvation. So we got to put on this breastplate of faith for a hope and helmet of salvation. Right? That's what we got to do. Right? Put it on. Right? And that's basically our protection. So Lord willing, this was edifying. And yeah, you try not to get infected by the zombies, because what are they trying to infect you with? Negativity. And when you're negative, when you have a negative aura upon you, that's how them demons are able to get in and attack your mind. It's easier for the demons to get in and overthrow your faith if you're always in a negative spirit. This is something I need to pay attention to. Right? So we got to do, I don't know, I can't tell you everything, but we got to do what we have to do to stay balanced within this truth. Right? Okay? So with this, I hope this was edifying. I think I'm done for the day. And until the next time, shalom. Stay spiritually motivated. Until the next time, shalom.